Well, as we've just mentioned a couple of times, a down-to-the-wire deal in Washington will keep the federal government open, at least temporarily. A stopgap bill passed both the House and the Senate with bipartisan support and was signed late last night by President Biden. Bradley Blackburn has more on how the deal came together.
The bill is passed, and without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table.
A government shutdown that seemed all but certain was narrowly avoided Saturday. A bipartisan federal spending plan will keep the government funded at current levels for 45 days.
It's been a day full of twists and turns, but the American people can breathe a sigh of relief. There will be no government shutdown.
President Biden signed the bill just before a midnight deadline when federal agencies could have been forced to close and critical employees and members of the military asked to work without pay.
We went from devastating cuts that would have impacted the health, the safety, and the economic well-being of the American people in 24 hours to a spending agreement that meets the needs of the American people.
To reach a deal, House Speaker Kevin McCarthy turned to Democrats after he couldn't secure support from hard-right members of his own party. But the funding fight will now continue.
I ask Congress will stay in session the next 2 weeks, continue to work to get this done.
The plan does not include additional aid to Ukraine, a priority for the White House that growing numbers of GOP lawmakers oppose.
I'm confident the Senate will pass further urgent assistance to Ukraine later this year.
The deal funds the government until November 17th.
In a statement, President Joe Biden said the deal is good news for the American people, but he urged Congress to approve additional support for Ukraine.